Okay, so we've got another escalation, the Calvino Cacophony, and this is my first video in a while. I've had a bit of busy stuff going on, so yep, I'm pretty excited to actually have a video out. Now this really was a weird start, you know, they have the band playing, you're thinking what's going on. Fortunately, the level one's so simple, it's unbelievable. So I bought the explosive phone, the electrocution phone with me. Now, I did this just for giggles because I'd unlocked it and I thought, alright, let's use it in an escalation. But to be honest, you're going to see in levels 2 and 3 that this is a very easy kill to complete. So, as you saw, I just popped the phone there, he turns around, he's going to pick up the phone, and yeah, it's a simple electrocution. I'm not exactly sure why it took so long for him to see it, but I'm not going to complain either. So as you can see, all we're going to do is we're just going to drop it in his line of sight. There we go, pick the phone up, and as you can see, he'll get electrocuted. So level 1 was probably a bit too simple, to be honest. I mean, I made that look a lot harder than it is. So yeah, levels 2 and 3, we're going to blast through them pretty easily, quite literally in some cases, because this escalation focuses on explosive kills and there's no limit as far as you can do accidents, so I am not complaining. Also, am I the only one who kept getting that blending glitch? That was so annoying. Why have they got a blending point so near to an exit? That, I'll tell you, that has got to frustrate a lot of us, surely. Anyway, getting to level 2. So we've started with level 1 with just one target, so with level 2 now we're going to have a new target, plus the first target's kill conditions have been altered. So instead of any kill method, this time we've got to kill them, as I've already hinted at, with an explosion. So, new target, it's one of the construction workers just on the balconies up ahead. So, pretty simple how we're going to take him out. Now, I have seen Pagan Rum's route and his was quite simple how he did it, but I don't think mine's too much far complicated. There's a propane flask there, which I happened to miss on this run. So, we're just going to pick it up. We're going to throw it just into the path of the... Well, actually, we aren't going to throw it, we're just going to drop it right behind the target. We're going to get the pistol out and we're going to shoot it. So, shoot once, shoot twice, and that's the target dead. We're going to go back down the stairs. We're also going to drop down here because it's just going to be a little bit quicker getting down. So drop, be quick, otherwise that guy will be an enforcer and will see you. Pick up this second propane flask, and all we're going to do is just wait inside for the street soldier to walk outside. As soon as he's outside, we're going to knock the target out with the propane flask and shoot it. That way the level 2 will be complete. So this is pretty simple, it just took over a minute to complete. I do believe there is a quick way to do it based on Pagan Run's route, but equally I'm not ripping him off, so yeah. So throw that, you can either shoot it or use the breach charge. I chose to shoot it, so no big loss either way. Jump through the window and make your way to the exit. Level 3 we're getting onto now. This wasn't hard by any stretch. What got me with this one is how to get the final targets. So yeah, this was a fun few minutes I had trying to just grasp my head and think, okay, what do I have to do here? And unfortunately I had to do it during the gameplay recording. I would have liked to have tidied it up a little bit, but I do believe this was the correct kill order. But I recognise some people may disagree. So level 3, we've got the drummers, I can think what to call them. We've got the musicians, they are all targets, the 3 of them. So we've got 5 targets in total. Again, all 5 now have to be killed with explosions, which isn't tricky. It sounds tricky, but when you think the first 2 have already done, it's so simple. So the idea is we're going to repeat kills 1 and 2. We're going to use the propane flasks as before, and what we're going to do is we're just going to repeat things. I wish I could try and make it sound a bit more fancy, but no, we're just going to repeat them. So propane flask, get the pistol out, shoot once, then shoot again. I would space your shots out personally, just for the fact that when I had done this in the past, the target did see me. Now, even though he wouldn't be able to do anything because he's dead, there is a small chance that he might be able to report you. It's at like 0.01%, but if you don't want to take that chance, just space your shots out. Anyway, same as before, just go and wait for this guy to come out. I did try to get to the band next. I did put that in a route. I did try to get to the band next. The trouble is, if that's the case, then this guy throws you out because he's already back in the room by the time you're back. So I wouldn't say it's impossible to do it with the band second, but I just found it a little bit harder. So So as before, shoot the propane flask. I don't know how bullet impact notice comes up there, because who's there to notice the bullet impact, but never mind. Anyway, this is where things got a little bit kooky. The propane flask we're going to use for the third kill is all the way up here. Again, this isn't hard, it's just a little bit awkward. So we're going to go up the stairs. That guard might see if he turns around, so just be careful. But yeah, there's a propane flask just here. We're going back down the way we came, and again, this is where the issue comes from. I've got a remote breach charge in my inventory, but yeah, the problem was the band had started to move. So I went out, I was expecting to see them, and it was like, hey, where are you? Trouble is as well, okay, I've misexplained that, but it's the idea that I thought that was what was going to happen. As you can see, I put the propane flask down, and then, as you can see, the band walked off. I was like, oh, okay, you're not playing your music anymore? So, yeah, it did throw me a little bit, because suddenly my great plan had fallen down. Fortunately, there is a good workaround for it. So as you're about to see, I run down the stairs. I'm going to pick up the propane flask again. And the best way I can advise that you do this is just nudge the front two drummers once they're in the vegetation or the foliage. Just slow them down a little bit so this one at the back catches up. So bump, bump, just make them look at you. And then as soon as he's caught up, go into your inventory, drop the remote breach charge, it'll drop the propane flask, they'll notice it, but they're going to be dead. So even though crime noticed, the witnesses to the crime are dead, so you'll be alright. And that completes level 3. Now, I will admit it's not as good or as flashy as Pagan runs, but I still think it was a good route. So let me know what your thoughts were in the comments, like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one. This has been Josh from JJ's Productions. I'm blending in again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone.